Hello and welcome again to Reading in Strange Places. Chapter 5 from Pay It Forward. Jerry. He was just getting set to bunk down for the night and there she was, checking up on him. He'd just gotten done on the truck, taking the engine loose, not from its mounts, but unhooking all the smog and the wiring, all of which there was way too much of, not like the old days. He'd gone into the garage, rolled out an old oriental rug in the corner against a wall, barely got his eyes closed. She came in, flipped on the lights, made him blink. "It's only me, ma'am, Jerry. Just taking a quick break, just a nap. Then I'll get some more work done on your truck." "I know you've been living here in my garage." "No, ma'am, just a quick nap." "Then where exactly are you staying?" "Down at the shop where I work. They let me sleep on the couch in the waiting room." "Get up. I'll drive you there." "Darn it." They drove in silence down the Camino, the main street of the town, a ghost town at this hour. The street was long and deserted with traffic lights changing color for no reason at all. "Darn good car you got here. The old green Dodge Dart. Serve you forever if you took care of it. Heck, even if you didn't." "Is that supposed to be sarcastic?" "No, ma'am, I meant it for a fact. That slant six engine, best ever made. Couldn't kill it if you wanted to." Silence. "Look, I know you don't like me." "It's not that." "Well then what?" "Look, Jerry," standing at a red light idling, even though there was no one around, no one to go on the green light while they waited. "I'm trying to raise that boy on my own. No help from nobody. I can't watch him all the time." "I don't mean no harm to your son." "You don't mean none." Light turned, squeal of tires. She hit the gas too sudden. She pulled up in front of the Quickie Lube and Tune. It was cold out there. He didn't want to get out. Kinda thought he wouldn't have to. Anymore. No more sleeping in the cold. He didn't really have a key to the shop. Would never in a million years told his bosses he needed that couch to sleep on. "Thanks for the ride, ma'am." "I don't have anything against you personally. I really don't." "Yep, whatever." He stepped out of the warm car into the wind. A minute later, she was standing behind him. "Look, Jerry, in a different world, who knows? We could have been friends even. It's just that..." He spun around. She had to look at his face, only for a second, then at his shoes. If only she wouldn't have looked at his shoes. He hadn't had enough money to replace old sneakers. He saw a good pair of lace-up work boots, but couldn't afford them. But tomorrow would be payday. "Pleased to hear you say that, ma'am. The way you've been acting. I'd have thought only one of us is people." "I never meant that." "Never meant it." She turned to go back in the car. He turned to watch her go. So they both saw it, like a long streak starting at the top of the sky, drifting down but fast, lighting up the night like lightning, a ball of fire with his tail. "Holy cow," she said. "Did you see that? What was that, a comet?" "Oh, meteor maybe, I don't know. When I was a kid, we used to call it a falling star. I used to think if you saw one, you'd get your wish. You know, like all your dreams would come true." She turned back to look at him, all softness in her face. Maybe it never occurred to her that homeless people used to be kids or wanted their dreams to come true like everybody. She said, "Don't you hate moments like this?" "What moments is those, ma'am?" "When you get the feeling like we're all just the same." "Actually, ma'am, I kind of like them." "Well, good luck." "Ma'am?" "What?" "I get my first paycheck tomorrow, and I'll get a cheap room. I'll be out of your hair. Your boy won't be sorry you made the effort. I don't think you will either. I'll just do what I'm supposed to do. You know, pass it forward." She stood there a long time like she was trying to decide whether to say something or not, and then she said it. "Will you explain that up to me? How that whole paying forward thing goes?" He kind of blinked. "He didn't tell you?" "Didn't exactly ask." This right here, you'll see it's kind of set out. It's like not in Jerry, but it's from those who knew Trevor speak. "So I explained Pay It Forward to her. I got me a stick, sketched out in the dirt in the dark. We both had to squint to see. It was cold, but she had a choice. Could have been a home in a warm house. That made a difference. How do I know why? So I drew the 3 circles and I explained them, like the kid explained them to me. See, this one, that's me, I said. The other 2, I don't know. 2 other somebodies, I guess, that he's gonna help. See, the trick is, it's gotta be something big, a big help. Like you wouldn't do it for just anybody. Maybe like your mother or sister, but nobody else. He does that for me. Now I gotta do it for 3 others. The other 2, they gotta do it for 3 others themselves. That makes 9 fellers altogether. And then they gotta do it for 3 others, each. So at that point, it makes like 27 people. Now I ain't good with math, but that kid, he worked it out. I guess it gets real big real fast. Like you can't believe how fast, up in the thousands in no time. So I'm on my knees there, drawing out these circles in the dirt, counting by 3s, running out of dirt. You can't even believe how fast it grows. We're looking at these circles, thinking this whole thing could be great. Yeah, except it probably won't be. Because, well, we all know it won't. Because people, they aren't really going to pay it forward. They'll take your help, but then that's it. I know we're both thinking that, and then the sky lights up again. So 2 big comets, that's a lot. Almost spooky. You know, it's a big world out there, bigger than we think. And then she starts telling me it's hard for her to talk to that kid, and I couldn't believe it. Telling me, she said, he's just like his father that way. She hates to question him, can't get mad at him, don't want to seem like she don't trust him, so things just go by. She just lets them go by. She told me all this. It's like we were, I don't know, communicating for the first time. About all kinds of stuff. It was amazing. I told her I was going to do big things. Maybe not big to someone else, but from where I was. Get me an apartment, drive a Dodge Dart. She said I could have hers, dirt cheap. I told her again how tomorrow was payday. Payday. The day that everything for me was going to change. After a while, it was all the same stuff we was saying over and over, but I liked it anyway. After a while, she went home, but after that, the night was like different. Like not so, cold or something. And that ends chapter 5. And that's the explanation of Pay It Forward. Trevor does something big for 3 people, and he makes them promise to do something big for 3 other people. And then they do something big for 3 other people, and then you're already to 9. Then they do it for 3 more people, and now you're to 27. So if everybody does and follows the rules, it gets real big real fast, and then people everywhere are helping everyone. But as they kind of said, it's far-fetched. So, if you remember that, like if you forgot about it, you might want to go back to the prologue. You might have a little something in there, something in there that kind of helps explain what Pay It Forward, like kind of where it went. And I will see you at another location with another chapter in Reading in Strange Places with Mr. Nelson. See you around for chapter 6.